Rabotai, Tizkuru Shem Rabot, Naimot V'Tovot, and Gmar Chatima Tova. Hope everybody has an easy and meaningful fast today. Now that we are in Aseret Emet Teshuvah, the 10 days of repentance, there's a minhag that's brought down already from the times of the Geonim of Kapparot, that every person takes a male chicken for a male, a female chicken for a female, and swings it around their head and does shechita as a substitute for the person, so that kapara will go lemita and the person will enter lechaim tovim u'shalom. Now the Rashba in his Tshuvot, Siman Shin Tzadi He, he brings down, as well as Maran Shulchan Aruch and Siman Tafresh He, Pri Chadash, same Siman, they all say that this minhag is a pagan custom. Darkei Emori, it comes from Goyim, and therefore the Rashba, Maran Shulchan Aruch, Pri Chadash, Gedulei Poskim, they say this minhag should be abolished because it's borrowed from the Goyim. That's their opinion. Nevertheless, on the other hand, like we said, many Gedolei Olam had the custom to do Kapparot with chickens, including Rav Hai Gaon quotes this minhag, Rav Shrira Gaon, many Geonim, as well as the Rama in Shulchan Aruch, Siman Tafresh. The Rama says that was minhag in all of Ashkenaz, and also, not to forget, Sha'ar HaKavanot, Rabbeinu Chaim Vital quotes that this was the minhag of the Ari HaKadosh as well, that he would do it specifically on chickens, and therefore Maran Zichron Livracha writes in Chazon Ovadia, Yamim Noraim, that the minhag of both Sfaradim and Ashkenazim throughout all of the generations was like the Geonim and the Ari HaKadosh. Not like Maran HaShulchan Aruch, they would do it specifically on chickens. Now, although the Ari HaKadosh used to do it himself right before Alot HaShachar on Erev Yom Kippur. However, the Mishnah Berurah says sometimes there's too much lachatz. There's a lot of pressure on the shochatim v'chuleh. He says you can do it anytime during Aseret Emet Teshuvah, anytime during the 10 days of repentance, in order to relax the pressure from the shochatim. Now, Maran Zichron Livracha says all of this applies when a person can do it. Now, people make a very big mistake when it comes to Kapparot. They think that the minhag of Kapparot is the swinging. That is a mistake. Swinging is not the minhag. It's only part one, the least significant part of the minhag. You know what the most important part of the minhag is? Swinging, and then having a shochet slaughter it in front of you, watch the blood coming out, and thinking whatever's happening to the chicken is supposed to be happening right now. The poskim and mekubalim say that if you're not watching the shechita, the swinging is useless. Therefore, make sure that if you're doing it on chickens, it's not just about that people feel good. It gives them a catharsis to swing chickens over their heads. However, that's not the minhag. You have to specifically watch the shechita. That's what it's, whether the anim eat it or they don't eat it, the minhag is the shechita. Now what happens? No, there's no shechita on premises. No shechita on premises, no kapparot on premises. That's what it is. That's the idea. We outsource. Guess what? Your kapparah is also going to be outsourced. That's the idea. Therefore, Rabotai, it's important to know that if you're, or let's say the shechita is being done, like a chap job. There's no shochatim, no budkim, light, pressure. Avoid. If that's the case, avoid it at all costs. Do it with money for many years. Maran Zichron Livracha, until his very old age, when he was in Egypt, in his younger years in Eretz Yisrael, he used to take money, do it on Erev Yom Kippur, donate the money to Aniyim, and call it a day. In his older years, what he used to do is, the Rabbanit used to buy a chicken, come back, he used to have a private shochet in his house, come on Erev Yom Kippur, slaughter it for him, and then he went back to do it on chickens. If you cannot do a shechita lefi halacha, skip the chickens, do the money, and just give the money to Aniyim. The Mishnah Berurah ends off and says that the Aniyim don't like to eat avirot chickens. It hurts. You're dumping all of your avonot on the chickens and then you're giving to the Aniyim. Therefore, it's better to do, after you do shechita on the chickens, you do pidyon kapparot, which is what? Now, by the way, people think if you slaughter the chicken and the Aniyim aren't going to eat it, then who's going to eat it? Nobody. Then what? It's bal tashchit. That's shtuyot. It's not bal tashchit, because bal tashchit is when it has no use. Over here, the chicken had a use. The use of the chicken was for kapara. It went kapara on the person. That is the use. Even if you throw it in the garbage, it's not bal tashchit. You take the value of the chicken, then you donate it to the aniyim. That's the best kiyum of this minhag, according to all opinions. Have a wonderful day, and tizkuru Shem Rabot Naimot V'Tovot.